The first joining sessions, like all subsequent sessions, starts with a period of socialization. Because the practice of family psychoeducation can be a long one, it's important for the practitioner to build a relationship such that the family and the consumer have a perspective that this is going to go on beyond the illness. As the business section of the joining begins, you usually review any recent or current crises, if not more general exploration of characteristics of past crises that have occurred, and then you start paying attention to the specific aspects of the approach, that is, identifying early warning signs and triggers to recognize the ways that the families and supporters have coped during previous episodes. Right through this whole joining process, it's extremely important to validate the family's experience as a normal human response to an abnormal and distressing and sometimes almost tragic situation. By the end of the first session, the practitioner should have established that he or she will treat all family members with respect and act as an advocate for the patient. And by the end of the joining session, both the family members and the clinician should have a sense that they have an alliance and a collaborative working relationship that will support the rest of the work as they go forward.
Well, how have the Red Sox been doing? Because I've been out of it. I haven't been watching at all.
Well, this is interleague play.
Yeah.
And they went to St. Louis and lost 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And I was getting a little discouraged.
Were you watching the whole game, or were you turning it off?
I kept turning it off.
Did you?
I was getting discouraged.
I'm really pleased that you brought your mom in. So I'm Liz McCauley. I'm Deb's therapist.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Liz. I am Deb's mom, Teresa, and I'm so glad that Deb invited me to come in today.
So am
And
I.
get a chance to meet you.
So how have things been going?
Recently, or
Yeah.
they've been pretty good recently.
How's it bringing your mom in here?
Scary.
Is it scary? It's a little bit unusual. How do you feel about coming in?
Well, I was a little nervous, I have to admit. I wasn't quite sure what we were going to do today, but it made me feel good that my daughter wanted to bring me in. So,
Well-
yeah, I'm just not sure what to expect today.
Well, we'll play it by ear, and it's great to have you both here. And I don't know if you're as big of a Red Sox fan as Deb is, but I don't know if I'm keeping you guys away from a game. I know it's probably starting soon.
I don't think anybody's as big a Red Sox fan as my daughter is, so. But I like them.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, over the past couple of weeks, Deb and I have been meeting and talking a little bit about different programs that we have here. And really, Deb and I talked about having you come in and being kind of another support person that's working with us. So, you know, Deb, maybe we could talk a little bit about what's been going on, how you've been doing, and how your mom can be involved in this.
I was in the hospital, and when I was in the hospital, I started having anxiety attacks, and I never had those before. So that was
something new.
right.
Were you aware of those?
I was.
Yeah.
I was when I went to the hospital to see her, and it was really hard. It was hard to see what she was going through. That whole hospitalization was a difficult time for all of us.
So, I wonder if we can start by talking a little bit about what the process of that was and how that started, what it was like. And I know that, Deb, you're pretty aware of some of the warning signs. I don't know, I haven't talked with your mom about how much she knows what the warning signs are. You and I have been talking about them. But maybe we can start by talking about that.
Well, to start off with, I had just gone to see the Red Sox World Series trophy up in Essex.
Yeah.
So that was a big factor.
That was a big thing. I remember those pictures still from that.
And some of the warning signs are that I don't sleep well. I start making lists, my teeth chatter, give me messages.
And those are warning signs that you know of.
Yes.
And we actually, I don't know how much you guys talked about that, but that's something that before that hospitalization, you came in here and we talked about those things. All right, this is what's starting. Have you guys talked about that together?
We have somewhat, mainly it's just I notice these things, you know, we talk almost every day on the phone, and so I've gotten used to, okay, when she brings up these things, these are kind of a sign of what's going on with her. And that's probably about all I know. I don't know what it's like for other people. I just know what it's like for my daughter. But yeah, some of the things she says, like making the lists and all those kinds of things, I do.
You start to notice that.
And then I do bring it up to her.
You mentioned that you guys talk pretty regularly on the phone.
We do.
Is that a good support for you, Deb?
Yes.
Having your mom around?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you feel like she kind of knows the warning signs too?
Yes, I do.
And does she give you feedback about them, or do you guys not really talk about it?
We don't really talk about it.
No.